Hello and welcome back to Civilization Beyond Earth. We're playing as Samatar Bar of the People's African Union. Let's see what we got going on, just to refresh memories just a little bit. So we are sanctioned by the South American states, we're sanctioned by Chung Su, and we are sanctioned by the CEO, Suzanne Fielding of ARC, American Reclamation Corporation. So I believe we had a war last time, and we were able to resolve that slight indifference. Looks like we have plenty of diplomatic capital, so we may go ahead and take a look to see what we can do with that. You know, we could actually bump it up so our growth is a little bit improved, but I think we may save it to possibly purchase things. So let's get things underway here. We're on turn 201. And look at this, the affinity levels for us, and I believe our opponents, have not changed too much. There's not a whole lot going on as far as affinity goes. Let's see, what was I going to do with you? Maybe you were just going to build something right there. I don't think I want to do a dome. I could build a bed, I could build a farm. Or wait, you can't build anything yet. I don't own that tile. So let's go ahead and hop on land. For some reason, everything is just low and just a little bit slow, and I could not, for the life of me, figure out what's going on here. Okay, so we were sort of camping out near ARC here, just in case they get a little bit spiffy with us, so we are just going to go ahead and maybe have our submarine go back and forth, kind of check things out. Let's see here. It looks like you probably just finished that titanium mine. You did. So we have you go back over this direction and start building a farm. Quest decision. Unseen forces. Physicists from the recently constructed observatory have discovered a unique form of positron oscillation present in this planet's troposphere. Early experimentation has shown that our ballistic missiles program can benefit from the effect to gain stability over long-duration flights. The question then becomes, where to devote this new advantage? Our city defenses or orbital vehicles? Let's take a look here. Do we want a +5 city strength from our observatories, or would we like a +2 orbital coverage from our observatories? You know, I think let's go with the orbital coverage range. Let's do that. Physicists improve the guidance and propulsion systems of orbital vehicles through their findings. We receive yada yada yada. We already know that. Let's see here. You know, I really should get a unit that kind of camps out over here just in case. You know, maybe I should do that with you. Send you over there and just kind of keep an eye on things. Sounds like a perfect idea. Your culture is not a sensible path, more like a fall down a rocky slope. Chung Su, if you were standing in front of me, well, let's just say I don't think I could be excused for what I may do. Okay, so we do have a worker here that, let's see here, how many tiles aren't we working? We're not working that tile. We're not working this tile. So we need to get to size 11. Before we're actually probably going to start working additional tiles. Ooh, we have some titanium over here. You know, maybe I should just go over there, purchase that, and get that out of the way. You keep on exploring. I think we'll send you the terrestrial route, just to make sure you're relatively safe. It looks like they're trying to hide their units back there. Oh, we don't have a good chance against you. Not at all. So we're going to skedaddle. Well, now that opens up. Embarrassing. Just embarrassing. Let's go ahead and put a farm down here on this icy tundra. Actually, it's probably not considered icy tundra. It's considered grassland. It's a nice grassland river. Just looks like an icy tundra. Okay. 15 diplomatic capital per turn? Thank you. You are a true friend. General Vadum. Alright, let's see here. What do we want to build? In Janali. Do we have a trade convoy here? And I hate when it does that to me. Maybe if I just scroll, that might help. Let's see here. Thorium reactor would be nice. You know, maybe we want to go with a laboratory. Extra science is always a good thing. And we have another quest decision here. In our wake, the rudder works by creating controlled areas of backwash, counter-drag to pull the city along with the currents. While inefficient for speed purposes, the after effects of this drag are large areas of churned up seabed, exposing substrates and life forms that were invisible before the city passed by. Our marine biologists are overjoyed at the opportunities to explore these ecosystems. Now, after many field tests, our hydro engineers have created a scheme to realign the rudder fins to reduce drag and improve the speed the city can achieve. However, this would greatly reduce the backwash effects and leave our academics with much less area to survey. So, in other words, if we maintain our current rudder systems, we gain a +1 science. If we realign them, we'd have a minus 10% production cost to move cities. You know, I think we're probably going to go with the extra science. Our rudder alignment should be left alone. While more efficiency may be possible, the interest of science and the broader successes of our colony is more valuable. And that is kind of an actual funny thing there. Okay, let's keep on moving along. See if I have no patience for those who do not value a virtuous path. Unbelievable. How can you say that, Awfala? How can you say that? Let's see, let's go ahead and purchase this tile, and then go ahead and purchase this one, and then we will start working that tile, because it is a titanium mine, and titanium mines are fantastic. They are one of the best production yields you can come up with. Okay, we're just kind of, you know, making sure that they're not trying to attack us. And if they do, we will smite them. Let's see, looks like we were previously trading with Mandira. Excuse me. New Babylon. Where is New Babylon? Let's see, where can we eyeball it here? It's a ways over there. It's a ways. Yeah, that's many enemies between us, between here and there. I think Mandira is the way to go, though. We want to maintain a great relationship with them. Okay, look at this. This Ripper is going after our Sea Dragon. Totally uncalled for. I mean, what have we done to them? So what we may do is actually take a step back and start healing. And you, Mr. Ripper, you're just going to go around, try to avoid any conflict. Okay, so now we have a carrier. Now a carrier, which I've immediately clicked off of, for some reason. Let's go ahead and just make some more farms down here. Let's see here, production. What are we trying to produce? There we go. Thibaut, what do we want to have you do? You know, an alloy foundry is probably an excellent idea. A thermal line rudder is probably also a good idea. Which one is the better idea? I think alloy foundry is probably the better idea this moment. Let's see here. Our carrier, where could you go in relative safety? Probably there. How many planes do I have? Looks like I have 2 interceptors there. It looks like that's probably it. I may have to get another one going. What's our military overview look like? -4 supply, so we're pretty much tapped out on the number of units that we could, you know, realistically have without starting to cause ourselves problems by having too much going on. Let's see, we have 8 health. We're about to complete a city here. I don't think we lost a unit there, but we were attacked. Our Sea Dragon was attacked by the alien Ripper. You can believe that. Let's take a look here. A Kareg to you as well. No idea what she's saying, but we're gonna say okay. She had a tone that was, you know, to my liking, I guess. Isn't that how you evaluate many things in life? Was their tone appropriate? You know, and it probably was. It was all right. Let's see here. What can we do? You know, we may just have to try pushing out a colonist. Let's do that. Let's push out another colonist. Ayan, what could you potentially do? A trade convoy. Why do you have a trade convoy option as my biggest question. Let's look at our trade route overview here. From Janali, from Magan, from Thrbos, so Ayan must have lost one in some type of spat that we had with somebody. So let's go ahead and get one of those going. That'll certainly help us out. You are going to move over here. Yeah, you just kind of check things out. You do so as well. Let's see, our carrier, we probably would like our carrier to be in a position where it is in more of a striking range. Let's just do something like that. Let's see, our trade convoy. Oh, we just had built one, so now we don't need this one. Helps if I pay attention to what I'm doing. Alloy Foundry, let's see here. Where do we want to send this trade convoy? Palatine would be an excellent choice. Let's do that. 15 culture per turn is pretty excellent. Expedition completed. Your expedition thoroughly investigated the derelict settlement. It found no survivors, but did find records from the last desperate days of a failed settlement. A psychohistorical analysis of their struggles has provided your people with insight on how to avoid mistakes they made, providing 284 culture. That's pretty awesome. And it also helps you. That's a word. That's a combination of words that you can't rush through. You have to take your time. You have to, breathe through your eyeballs and all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, so our carrier, I think what we're going to do, we're going to put you there. You will go sleepy. And you will go there. You will slide into that spot. You will continue trading with Shackleton, which is a pretty good overall deal. 8 production, 38 energy, 8 science, 6 culture. That's pretty amazing. You're going to continue traveling. You just kind of go back and forth. Easy goes. Okay, and then it looks like the war was started. Hanjai Moon has declared war on Kavatha Thakur. Let's go take a look at this. So, Kavatha has 4 cities. And it looks like Changsu has 3 cities, from what I can tell. What we could potentially do, bringing our fleet all the way over there is probably pretty irresponsible. In fact, I think that it is very irresponsible if we were to do something like that. Well, we got a Changsu down here, so if I do anything too crazy, I gotta remember that Changsu has a ship down here. Although that wouldn't be a major concern. Question is, could I put up a decent attack if we actually joined in this fight? And say went after Yagsog or Dongye. Let's see, it looks like I have, well, I guess I could do this the easy way and look at our military overview. What do we got here? We got a couple gunners, we have a marine, a couple attack jets. Most of our defenses is put into our navy. So I would say right now, we probably would not really help a whole lot. Although our attack jets could be fairly effective. But they're not really something you can't just go to war like that. And we've seen that in real life where you just can't go to war with airplanes and just go and bomb somebody, and you need ground units to take places. To take ground from people. So that's not going to work. Okay, so you need to come back. Which right now it's probably relatively safe to come back. Let's see what we got for a virtue here. What kind of possibilities we have. So if we actually picked up a tier 1 virtue, we could actually choose a free virtue, which would be pretty cool. What was I looking to get? What's looking like a good move here? See, earn extra science equal to 15% of the culture you generate. How much culture do we generate? 71, so 15% of that, what's that going to be like? Oh, that's going to be like 7, that's going to be like 10 or so. Be like an extra 10 science, which is pretty huge. However, what would we want to get out of these lower level things here? Earn extra culture equal to 30% of net positive health, which right now is not a whole lot. Let's see what's over here. Get extra 5 capital. Plus 25% production towards buildings, which have already been built in the capital. That's actually pretty good. Plus 50% XP. You know, we may do that because it would help our units level up when we do go into combat. And then that would probably make us more feared down the road, and we'd have less troubles with some of these other civilizations, if you will. You know, I think I may actually go for this extra XP just so when we do fight, we can gain more respect. Okay, so now we got a freebie. So I think with our freebie, we are actually going to take this earn extra science equal to 15% of the culture you generate. I think that's a pretty good one. Yeah, let's do that. I like it. Alright, so General Vadim Kosov has declared war on Arishia Kishik. So that's off the law. You know, she probably deserves it. She's really been running her mouth against us. I'd slap her too if I could, but, you know, it's gonna have to wait.
Le commerce fonctionne quand on comprend l'autre.
Oh, look at this. LOD is moving up to cooperating with us. Cooperating, I can say that word. Our cultures could benefit from each other. How does this look to you? Well, let's see here. Who does not like her, actually? So Vadim doesn't like her. Afala doesn't like her. Ark doesn't like her. Let's see. The Brazilians do, or the South American states do. Jiangsu likes her, and then Kabatha likes her. You know, just to keep Kabatha happy. And I'm willing to risk Vadim here getting upset. You know, this Ark is probably going to be upset with this no matter what. So let's go ahead and do that. Your colony's productivity reflects a desire to earn a living rather than take one. No, so he was liking us. Let's see, that is quite the ideal military force you've concocted. Thank you, LOD. You are a beautiful soul to say such a thing. Okay, we haven't actually gone here and explored that particular, whatever that structure is, that floating alien structure. Ooh. Ark is even showing a little respect towards us after that. That's interesting. Okay, so you just stay there. You're making a mistake by trusting them. Well, that's kind of weird. Okay. If you say so. Okay, so she's getting upset with us. Big surprise that people are upset with this. Yeah, everybody seems to be upset with this now. Okay, just chill out. Janali. What do we want to do with you? Probably build some more buildings here. Let's go ahead and go with the thermaline, or the thorium reactor. Excuse me. I'm going to keep on going. Now, I kind of want to go take a look at our diplomacy here, and I will after the AI's turn completes. There's something to admire even in simple mechanical efficiency.
Anyone can predict the future.
Alright, so we actually ended up finishing a technology.
The limitations of birth form betrays a lack of imagination.
Okay, so level 6 in supremacy is reached. Excellent. Let's go ahead and level up our units that are benefiting from this. So our attack jet. There's no... oh, I guess there is a choice to make here. Plus 30 intercepting or plus 15 against land and sea units. You know, the intercepting never does me a whole lot of good, so I'm going to go with the land and sea units. Marine. Okay, we're going to actually go ahead and look at that. Kind of looks like an alien now with that type of look. Let's see, plus 20% when next to a friendly unit, that's the combat strength, or plus 8% per adjacent friendly unit. Let's just go with the plus 20 generic. You know, I don't like stacking up my units in big, I don't know what I want to call it, rank and file type of system. We're not going to do that. Let's see, this is our cutter, which is our naval melee unit. Plus 15% when next to a friendly unit, or plus 20% when flanking. So, you know, I think we're going to go with the plus 15% when next to a friendly unit. It's not quite as good, but it's a little bit more realistic. You try to use those as a defensive buffer. So let's do that. We have some diplomatic words going on here. So since Vadim got a little upset with us, we're going to go ahead and accept this, although I generally accept these just Anyways, so 9 capital per turn. Looks good to me. Let's do it.
Le commerce fonctionne quand on comprend l'autre.
Oh, anything for you, sweetheart. Anything. Alright. Now we have a new tech that we can look at. Let's go ahead and filter with supremacy and just see what we have for possibilities here. Cognition. Let's see. We could do a neuro lab. Plus 10% science in this city. Okay, that would be something we'd have to build then. You know, that's not too bad. The hollow suite. Going to be somewhat similar. It's going to end up burning some Firaxite, I believe. No, maybe not. +1 culture from Firaxite resources worked by the city, so that would help out. Academies can be nice. Let's see, a collaborative thought would actually open up. And that's if we continue down this route. We could get the Nano Hive, which we could work at this, which is a hybrid unit. You know, it's not that exciting. You know, this stuff isn't so great for me. Terraforming is actually pretty cool. I think we still need to go and get communications. We will need that eventually. So we must already have that. Mechatronics for the Lev plant. The Lev plant we're not going to be able to go after because we're not going to get to level 5 impurity unless the game goes a little bit different than originally planned. Let's see, where's our big thing? So up here is our... Well, that's a golem. Where's that angel at? The angel must be down here. So hypercomputing we can't even start working towards. Let's see, we could actually go this route, go with the artificial intelligence, and maybe start working towards the synthetic thought. You know, that might be a way to go. Orbital laser, the carver. You know, well, except for that's so darn expensive down there. It only requires level 7 in supremacy. This requires level 9. It's kind of weird. It'd probably help if I got both of those and then went there. Or does the terraforming make more sense? I could go after floatstone then. I could do terrascapes. Yeah, tough choice. Very tough choice. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually try to work down towards the angel here. So to do that, we're going to have to go with artificial intelligence. It's just going to be 9 turns. That'll kind of get us on our way towards that. Let's go ahead and look at our production. Magan. So Magan just completed a colonist. We can see down here. It helps if I take a look at that. Master control. Let's see. That'll give us +5 capital, free maintenance, and +1 movement for your worker units. Only 9 turns. Why do we have a trade convoy available here? Could it be that I just have a unit there that needs something to do? That is probably the thing that's going on. Oh, I bet we finished with Benali there, so if we wanted to trade, or what is that called? Bongani. You know, maybe we want to do that just to help them get started, so let's go ahead and trade with them. Okay, that solves that particular question that I had. You just keep on moving over there. Sub, you're just checking stuff out. You're doing some exploring. You're trying to move down. You do some exploring. Okay, so this colonist. Now we end up into an interesting question here. Do we want to start moving up this way? You know, another thing that we could do is we could actually build... Let's see. Yeah, you could build over here. There's some copper, there's some oil, and you could get out towards there. It's telling me to build out in here. It's definitely a possibility as well. We could start building over here and maybe build a city that would be a buffer to Changsu. Let's see what we got over here. We got copper, we got some fibers, got some gold, got some copper. You know, right over here is not a bad spot. There's some floatstone, there's some tubers there. It's pretty decent. Won't be able to reach that Firaxite, but that's probably okay. What's this here? That's a 2 Firaxite. Thinking over here could be good. But over here, if we got something going right there, you know, it might upset her, though. That would be the biggest problem. I don't really want to have her turn south on us so quickly. And we do have a pretty good defensive buffer by not having any terrestrial cities over here. So if they actually came to attack us, they would actually have to have some naval units to actually take Ion. So maybe we'll go over here. This would actually be pretty tough. An island out in the middle of nowhere is usually kind of difficult to deal with. So let's go with that. Go ahead and put you out there, and then we can go ahead and start building something else. What do we want to build? You know, we could build a CNDR. See, the drone cage is a possibility. How are we looking for a military overview? -2, so we probably could stand to build one of them. You know, the master control would be fairly nice, but it's really not worth it. It would get us some points overall in the game, but probably not going to do us a whole lot of good. Let's actually go to Bangani here and look at purchasing some things. We have plenty of diplomatic capital, so we may use that to actually buy something. How much do we have exactly? 1121. So we could buy 2 smaller things. So we could buy like this recycler, which I usually like to buy right away. We could also go with the Cyto Nursery right away. And then we could switch over to our energy, and with our energy, let's go ahead and purchase the auto plant. So we're still doing really well money-wise, and that's probably pretty good just to get them going. You know, I could go overboard and get kind of crazy, but it's probably not worth it. So the trade depot is a good idea for them. Almost makes me wonder if I should build a trade. How much is that? How many turns would that take? Trade convoy would take 2 turns. So after we're done with the CNDR, we can do that. Then we can move it over there. That'll work out fine. Let's keep on going. Got some lemonade here. We're drinking some lemonade on the Frigid Terran planet. Some alien lemonade made from, I don't know, it's made not from chitin. It's made from this fruit here. It's called Frigid Terran lemonade. I'm sure you've all heard of it. Okay, let's go over there and just make sure we have that uncovered on the map. Yeah, we're not a whole lot going on right now. And maybe we actually want to bring down somebody or some buddies. You can stay there, I guess. But you on alert. Harisha Kishik has declared war on Ark. Interesting. Hanjai Moon has declared war on Ark. It's getting to be a big mess now. I'm happy to share a planet with such a virtuous colony. Why are we virtuous now? What's changed? Killing me. Quest received. A wealth of limbs. Each day our colony wakes to find an incredible new reality. Humans now inhabit a clean, alien world. With yesterday's dream accomplished, our people now face new challenges. With our entire workforce at their disposal, local manufacturers are still struggling to meet the colony's demand for energy, fuel, and food. While these markets continue to grow, our colony must look elsewhere for its goods. So we can create one trade route from Adept Blue. Okay, so where is Adept Blue at? We're going to have to go... Oh, it's right out there. You know, we probably can make that happen. Let's see here. It may be a while. Well, yeah, someone else may beat me to it. I wonder if I can go to my trade route overview. Do this. I wonder if I can... I don't think you can cancel a trade route. So we're pretty much stuck with it. See, Janali is trading with Mandiri. I got 2 places going to Mandiri. So Janali at 6 turns could potentially go to Adept Blue, but I have a feeling that someone else will beat us to it. Probably. There's a good chance. Okay, so you, Mr. Colonist, we need you to have you be protected. Let's see, there's lots of unhealthiness here. Maybe we'll just have you set up there so we don't have to worry about you too much. Okay, so they aren't going to be affected by the miasma, so we're good. You just go over there, and you protect him. You know, one thing I want to check on our next turn. What else do we want to check on? Let's see here. So you, I think I'm going to put on an alert. It just made me think of something I wish that the game had. Is that if, and the same thing with Civ 5, I wish there was just a way to say, I want to put this guy on alert. If he sees anything, anyone, put him back into the queue so you get to go through and see what he does. But it never worked like that. It always only works if you have an enemy of some kind. Let's see, you know, we may send this worker along with you, since right now we're running out of tiles to work. I did want to check out our diplomacy. Let's see, how is it looking right now? So cooperating with LOD, ARC, Chungsu, and the South American states are all unhappy with us. It looks like Alphala, the Kavathan Protectorate, and the Slavic Federation are all neutral with us. Okay, that is well and good. And we can also go over here and take a look at our diplomacy overall game and how it's going. So you can see here we are in 4th place. By no means are we dominating or anything like that. Look how many agreements we have compared or relative to everybody else. You know, that's pretty good. You know, our diplomatic capital per turn is... The only person that's rivaling us with that is Kavatha. Let's see. Hanjai Moon just does not respect us at all. Alphala actually fears us quite a bit. They have a 7 out of 9 in their fear scale. Nobody has a 7 in any of the affinities. So I think we're doing alright with that. Right now we're at 6 with supremacy. Nobody else is going supremacy, or at least not very strong. So I think we're doing alright there. What else did I want to look at? Who knows? There's no telling what I wanted to do or what I wanted to look at. It's well long gone by and forgotten. Are you stealing secrets, energy, or my time? You know, you just reminded me what I wanted to look at. That is awesome. Okay, I wonder if you can actually explore that, Mr. Ripper. You know, we'll just have you hold on. You're continuing to make your way. Maybe you go over there, check things out. And maybe I should have brought a unit over this direction as well, because I don't know if there's dangerous things in this island over here. You know, that could be a big question. Let's see, let's get you in the water. It really would help. I should have brought another worker up there. Let's see, after you build there, maybe I'll send you back up to join the rest of civilization.
एक और एक 11 होते हैं.
You know, I always say yes when you egg me. I need to figure out what the heck that means. I have no clue. Quest decision. Too much gun. Our rocket battery stands complete, and yet it is not prepared to fire. It seems we overestimated the amount of ignition gel required to launch a rocket. In what is certainly a first, our ballistic technicians report the rockets are too explosive, and firing them would threaten the city's safety. However, the gel can be redistributed to either the payload or propulsion system, thereby negating the risk and increasing the effectiveness. So redistributing the ignition gel into the payload will give us a +5 strength. And let's see here, the propulsion system will be a +1 orbital strike range. Let's go with the orbital strike range. I don't know. Too much gun. By adding the excess gel to the rocket's propulsion, we increase the firing range of our rockets. Not only can we defend ourselves, but we can manage it from a safer distance. As far as miscalculations go, this one has worked out quite well. Okay, and I did notice that we are probably at the point where we probably need to stop and take a break, but we will continue on in the next video. I'd like to thank you all for watching Civilization Beyond Earth. I'm Chris Cavalier, and I'll see you in the next one.